All right, now this. A federal judge has ordered a temporary halt to new construction at the Alligator Alcatraz Detention Center in Florida. Former acting ICE Director Jonathan Fahey joins me now. All right, Jonathan, does this change immigration enforcement in Florida? What's your thoughts on that?
No, it doesn't, and it doesn't even change people being held in Alligator Alcatraz. It's really another instance of sort of the weaponization or lawfare, and the whole purpose of this lawsuit being filed, it was under the guise of environmental reasons, but it's really just done, and everyone knows this, is to thwart immigration enforcement. This is a state facility that they're asking for federal regulations to apply to, but ultimately people are going to still be detained here, and they're still going to be enforcing immigration law in Florida. And what's also really important here is when you think about this or anything else, it's always these groups are filing these suits to thwart immigration enforcement because, but they're under the guise saying that human beings are harming the environment. Well, immigration enforcement will remove a lot of human beings from the country. And again, the last thing is this was built on an airport. This isn't in the middle of the wilderness or anything like that.
Very good point. The Trump administration also planning to build the largest U.S. federal migrant detention center on a military base in Texas. Yeah, my question to you, Jonathan, are we going to see more of these?
Yes, they are going to maximize bed space, and Tom Homan has talked about this a lot. They need bed space, so they're going to do it on military facilities. They're going to use private facilities. They're going to do everything they can so that they can hold illegal immigrants until they're processed and removed from the country. So we're going to see much more of this, and we're going to see a lot more of these lawfare lawsuits. But the Trump administration will not be deterred. They will continue to do so and look at every available resource.
All right, next one for you, Jonathan. The Trump administration asking the Supreme Court to lift a ban on ICE's so-called roving patrols. I mean, what are these roving patrols, and should they be allowed?
Yeah, and they're calling these roving patrols and saying these agents don't have the authority to stop people, to detain them temporarily, to determine if they're illegal immigrants. But what's really important here, the administration is doing everything actually correctly and under the law, under the Fourth Amendment. They're allowed to use factors. A totality of the circumstances is a test, but they can look at language, they can look at location, they can look at particular jobs in totality to then do a further inquiry. But what's also important, the reason they're forced to do this in L.A., remember, is because L.A. fights the administration through sanctuary cities and other things, as opposed to just allowing them to arrest people that are sitting in jails, so they have to go out in the community. So L.A. could really solve this problem by cooperating with ICE and removing the most serious criminals, but they certainly won't do that.
Yeah, they're never going to do that. And also, Jonathan, what do you think of the rise that we've seen of assaults on ICE agents? It's become a dangerous job.
Yes, it's become even more dangerous, and I think the latest numbers, it's almost 1,000% increase, and it's pretty amazing that this is going on, and you have coinciding, and I don't say it's coincidental, but coincides with the Democrats' rhetoric calling ICE agents Nazis, terrorists, accusing them of kidnapping them, defaming them on a regular basis. It certainly legitimizes harming ICE agents, at least to certain people. So the great thing about ICE is they're not going to be deterred by the rhetoric. They're going to keep going at it, and they have some of the most bravest men and women that not only would have to face danger anyway, but they're facing increasing danger because of the political pressure, but they're not going to be deterred.
And let's not forget that people voted for Donald Trump because this was one of his main campaign promises, and he is doing it. So even though you see it's the silent majority as opposed to the loud minority, right?
You're exactly right. And it's not just a campaign issue. He is legally required to enforce immigration law and remove illegal aliens. So he's doing exactly what he's required to do. And the fact that Alejandro Mayorkas and Joe Biden opened the border and were completely derelict in their duty doesn't mean he has to follow suit.
He certainly were derelict. Jonathan Fahey, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.